And welcome back to the WCHE Morning Show. I'm Eric Klimber. Our co-host today is Steve Foose, joining us on the phone to discuss the new 30 for 30 documentary, The Philly Special. We have 5-time Emmy Award-winning director Shannon Furman. Shannon, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well. Good to hear from you. Looking forward to our conversation here. So, Shannon, we'll get right into things. We just passed the 8-year anniversary yesterday of the 2018 Eagles Super Bowl win.
Yeah.
And your new documentary is going to be focusing on that game, particularly the Philly special play that helped them secure the win. What could you tell our listeners about the new 30 for 30 documentary?
I mean, the main thing is, it's just a fun watch, especially if you're an Eagles fan. But, I think all fan bases will be able to appreciate it. It's just really fun kind of from start to finish to just see how it all unfolds and just kind of the real life underdog story that kind of took place on that day. So I hope even Cowboys fans enjoy watching it.
Hey, listen, so for people who might not be in the know, so this is Super Bowl 52 we're talking about, and the Eagles were playing who?
The Patriots.
The Patriots.
Yep.
So this is for everybody else's sake out there. We're just getting everybody involved. So the play goes like this. Nick Foles moves up to the line. He acts like he's going to shout an audible. Jason Kelce at the time, he's the center. He snaps the ball directly to player Corey Clement. Then Clement pitches the ball to tight end Trey Burton, who's moving across the backfield. This is my understanding of it. And then Burton, former high school quarterback, throws the pass to a wide open Nick Foles in the end zone for a touchdown, bringing them to a 22-12 lead going into halftime. So, if you can imagine that, right? Quarterback here, the snap doesn't come to me, goes to another player. The other player is rolling around, tosses it to a second player. Second player tosses it back into the quarterback who's in the end zone. That is one of these flea flickery kind of crazy things. And this became known as the Philly Special, considered by some one of the gutsiest plays in NFL history. So we all see the footage. We can see it. We can look it up. Where are you getting these insights from into what led up to this play? You touched on it just briefly with Eric there, but where are you getting this from?
Yeah, we decided that we wanted to make the focal point of the film the 4 guys that touched the ball and the head coach.
Okay.
So that's kind of what you're going to see. There are some other ancillary interviews that take place, but we really wanted the story to focus just on those 5 men because they all are their own great underdog story in each individual story. They've kind of, every single guy, even Jason Kelce, who's a Hall of Fame center now.
Yeah.
He was still a 6th-round draft pick. So he was counted out at some point in his life. So it's just kind of the ultimate Philadelphia underdog story. And not even just Philadelphia, but underdog story in general. So we zeroed in pretty quickly that we wanted those 5 guys to be the main people. Now, like I said, there are people like Ray Didinger, Kyle Brandt, who helped us all kind of break down just how improbable the whole moment was. But yeah, the 5 guys are the main people who you get the insight from into that play.
Yeah, I think touching on that history of, I think this is cool. It's always cool to see a great athlete do great things, right? And then this play, obviously, this isn't just a, hey, let's wing it. We have this play somewhere in the sack, right, that we might pull out. I'd love to hear in this, are you going to cover in the documentary what made them make this decision? Hey, is this a coach's call? Is this Nick Foles' call to say, hey, I really want to pull out this play right now? Are we going to talk about that in the 30 for 30?
Yes, we definitely go into that kind of where it came from. It's really cool to even see everyone kind of wanting to give credit to each other and stuff, and no one taking full credit for anything.
Yeah.
But we take a deep dive into where that came from. There's still a debate as to when they installed it. They still talk about it. They were talking about it on podcasts all week this week. Did it get installed for Minnesota? Did we know it was in there for Super Bowl? So it's kind of a fun conversation.
Oh, that does sound fun. Eric, what do you got?
Yeah, and Shannon, you've worked on a lot of big series, including Quarterback and Hard Knocks. What was different about the process of this particular documentary compared to some of your other works?
This one is a little bit we had to kind of script out the whole day. I do a lot of projects that are kind of in the moment access projects and you're kind of just going with the flow, shooting things as they happen. This one, there was a lot of preparation that went into it. I mean, I co-directed this with another woman, Angela Zender, and we read all the books. We read Nick's book. We read Doug's book. Just kind of planning out our whole day around the city of Philadelphia, because we had a short window. We had those 5 guys in town. It took place over the span of 3 days, where we had to get their interviews done, plus do the whole day. So just a lot of preparation went into making all of that happen, praying to the weather gods that we got good weather that day. Just had to be really prepared, but they made it super easy. I think they could have talked about this play for honestly like 10 days straight without us interrupting, and we still would have had an entertaining film. So we had to kind of rein them in at times because they were so excited to talk about it. But that's probably the main difference, is just kind of the run a show for the day, where we had to be very prepared and kind of just know what we wanted to make this film come to life.
Yeah, I think that's something that really stood out about that play was the Patriots tried something similar earlier on in the game and it didn't work. So I think that made it special, no pun intended, that play worked for the Eagles.
I mean, that's an even bigger exclamation point from this idea of underdog. I mean, we hadn't won a championship in some time. So there's that whole identity. There's this the Philadelphia curse and all that going into it. Clement was a undrafted rookie. Burton was a 3rd string tight end, and Foles was backup quarterback. I mean, so when you really nail this whole underdog, I mean, Philly has a rep, as we all know, right? If they don't like us and we don't care, that whole type of thing. Sometimes I like that, sometimes not so much, because Philadelphia is a great town, but we do have a rep that we kind of live up to. I mean, they erected a 9-foot statue of Foles at Lincoln Financial Field. And then the amount of Philadelphia tattoos that went into that Philly special thing, that's just kind of, it's one of those iconic kind of sportsy moments. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, we were with the day that we shot was the first time Doug had actually ever seen the statue, so that was kind of cool.
Oh, wow. That is funny. Yeah, Coach Doug Penderson.
Yeah, he had never seen it. He said that when he was still there, it was on the other side of the stadium, and he's on game day, you don't take a walk around the stadium,
right,
out of the stadium so that you can see it. So yeah, that was definitely a pretty cool moment.
Oh, that's so neat.
That is. And Shannon, I know that we're coming up on time here. Really appreciate you having you on. If our listeners are interested in checking out this documentary and following some of your work, what's the best way they can do that?
Yeah, the documentary will air Friday night, 9 p.m. on ESPN and on ESPN Plus. And I do shows across all of our different platforms. So I'm on social media. My handle is at FirmBiz. But yeah, I work on shows for HBO, ESPN, Netflix. So you can find all of it there.
And Shannon, we really appreciate you coming on with us this morning, and best of luck with the 30 for 30.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. We appreciate it.